Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Comedy Cellar Nightly Show. My name is Dave Juskow. It is Election Day here in America, and it's pretty exciting times. Everybody's a little nervous, and that's always kind of the fun of a free election or whatever. I mean, everything's been tainted, but still, Election Day is always a lot of laughs. I voted early, which is the greatest thing ever. I can't believe nobody ever thought of it before because all the other countries seem to have where you can vote on the weekends. Makes a lot of sense. But I voted on Friday, and they even told me in there, they're like, can you please tell everybody it was a very smooth experience? And, you know, I was like, okay, I'll let everybody know because they want everybody to know. Hello, Liza. And so this is the Comedy Cellar Nightly Show. And we do this show to promote the great Comedy Cellar that is down in the West Village on McDougal Street and the Las Vegas one with our friend Mark Coco Cohen. If you were to come down this evening and just to show you the array of people that are perform here in the city on a daily basis, Michelle Wolf is here tonight, and she's terrific and a friend of ours and a friend of the show. And Pete Lee will be in the cellar this evening in the main room. You might say, or it really doesn't matter what room you're in. It's always a good time. Mike always performs all the time, and I used to, and now I put a stop on stand-up comedy for a while. But in December, I'll come back because that's when a lot of my friends. Oh, thank you, Liza. Okay, so Marcy, hello, nice to see you. Angela, what are you talking about? Okay, first, I got a text from Catalina today from Chile. And she goes, what the fuck are you? What the hell? Is my YouTube not working? I'm not starting the show. And I said, oh, we changed the clocks. And remember, this happened with Catalina. They don't change their clocks, so we'll be in sync with them again in March. And then Angela says, hey, what the hell? Is my YouTube not working? I'm like, oh, she must have seen me and Catalina's private texts. What? Wait a minute. Like, I thought she was joking. And I was like, well, wait a minute. And then she told me, Angela, this doesn't make any sense. And hello, Aunt Judy. Nice to see you. How do you not change your clocks? She said, well, we don't change our clocks here. And I'm like,
Arizona, right?
Oh, I thought she lived in New York.
I mean,
maybe that's exactly what she meant. Oh, you know Angela lives in Arizona, Mike?
I don't, but I don't think they changed the
I don't
clocks
know
in
why I
Arizona.
thought she lived in New York. I guess I mean, we know Anonymous definitely lives here, but Angela, is that you live in Arizona? That would make so much more sense. I thought you just said in our house we don't change the clocks. Oh, she does live in Arizona. Okay. Oh, that's hilarious, Angela. I thought you lived in New York City, and I was just like, that is weird. We don't change our clocks. That's right. Arizona doesn't change. Okay, that makes so much sense that the two people whose clocks don't change thought we weren't doing the show. No, sorry, everybody. Listen, it's not my fault.
Well, luckily our guest does change his clocks.
Oh, yeah. Well, let me just finish this, and I'll bring them right in, is that, they're voting to not do this anymore because it is ridiculous. But, they were hoping that, they don't want people to, they're hoping the seasonal depression. I mean, it really is depressing when it gets dark at 4:40, but I think more people are like, this clock changing thing don't work. And, this week my niece, those of you who listen to Just Gal in the City knows that my niece was running, or this show, because we had Amy Yazbek on last week. My niece was running the marathon, and it was really terrifying that it was also a time change because it's right at that Seinfeld episode, Mike, because my niece stayed at my house, and I'm like, all right, I got all the clocks set. But I told the doorman to call it 6, but I think I pissed him off. I mean, it really could have completely been that exact scenario. But anyway, she was great. All right, let's just bring Nick on because there's no reason to keep somebody so delightful waiting. Hello, Nick Griffin, everybody.
Dave, it's special to see you. You're all purpley.
You're like an old man. You're like, you go, what?
Oh, don't start. I'm doing.
Let me just tell everybody that Nick will be in Kansas, Shawnee, Kansas, at the Aztec Theater on November 18th. I guess that's in 10 days, so that'd be about next weekend. He will be at the Cayuga Falls, Ohio Funny Stop. Is that something Marcy can go to?
That's close to Akron.
Right, because she's near Cincinnati. Right, Cleveland. I was thinking Kentucky. I don't know I don't know anything about Ohio.
I'm not sure.
But that's December 1st and the 3rd. Angela says hi, Nick. And he'll be at the Comedy Cellar Vegas again on December 6th through 11th. So he must be a fan favorite there at the Comedy Cellar.
I'm in demand.
You are that. Oh, Marcy, that's too far for you. I don't know how Ohio works, and I know you're on the border of Kentucky and Cincinnati. I guess that's where you root the Bengals all the time. So that is pretty cool. Nick, again, thank you so much for. Liza says very funny clips on Instagram. Nick, you post?
I do. I post a lot, and that Liza name gives me the heebie-jeebies because my ex-wife's name was Liza. I'm terrified that out of billions and billions of people, that's her.
I can't imagine that your ex-wife would be like, "Oh my God, your clips are so funny, Nick,"
or even that she's watching this show.
Right. Well, I don't know. She hasn't been on before, but she seems delightful and seems to like you and the show. So I guess that's the most important thing.
I'm thrilled that she's watching.
So Catalina finally joined us. Catalina, it's really funny. I don't know if you heard, but Angela had the same problem. She lives in Arizona. They do not change their clocks there. She had the same issue. So I
heard.
So lots of people had some trouble because we do this clock changing thing, and what are you going to do if the rest of the world doesn't seem to get it?
I think it's great that these people are overcoming obstacles just to watch your little show. It's awesome.
That's right. Scruffy Bone says, Nick, if you weren't in Kansas anymore, what would you ask the wizard for?
Oh my God, I don't know. Different career.
Good thinking. Well, I'll tell you today.
What would you ask the Washington Wizards for?
That's right.
I would ask to own the Washington Wizards. Last week, I'm walking home, and I'm trying to lose some weight a little bit. So, because they have the breakfast at 6. So I'm just trying. I'm walking the 5 miles, and all of a sudden, I'm talking to my friend Joe, and I see the sign. The McRib is back. I didn't even know. The McRib is not only back; it's the farewell tour. So of course, I have to get 2 McRib sandwiches. And what I can't figure out. And I don't know how I didn't see any advertisements or anything, because you get excited. And quite frankly, I had the 2, and I'm like, you know what? I think I'm done. And they had a big thing on Twitter where they were showing how it's made, and everybody's complaining. They're like, well, I can't believe I eat it. And I'm like, what are you, idiots? We all know we don't know what it is. It doesn't matter. It's the sauce. And then that's all it comes down to. You're an idiot if you think McDonald's was making you something special.
That was such a clean McDonald's in that video, too.
Right? I know. And they seem like they're really into it. Like the guy's telling them all right, you're doing good. You're doing good. We got it. Yeah. I mean, they took so much pride in making that McRib. Who cares where it comes from? I've told people since the 80s, do not look under that bun. There is no reason to open that bun at a McDonald's.
And you weren't even referring to McDonald's. You were just in general, don't look under the bun.
That's right. Don't look under the bun. So Anonymous said, I said last week you weren't here 2 weeks because you were on the McRib farewell tour with a teenage girl after her shift at Walgreens. Well, that's true. But that's true about the girl's shift at Walgreens. Teethy. Anyway, So I was looking on their website because I'm trying to figure out why are they saying farewell? What's the gag? And clearly everybody's saying it's just another marketing technique to somehow push the McRib when, you could basically just, if everybody loves the McRib so much, just sell it all the time. So they say the reason why they're saying it's the farewell tour because they feel that people will get to buy the limited edition merchandise featuring the McRib art and clothing and memorabilia, right? This is what the McDonald's said in a press release. We're hoping everybody buys the McRib art. And so they say the merchandise will be available on November 4th. Well, today is November 8th, and I went on the McDonald's site and there was no merchandise to buy. So I don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
There goes your Christmas list.
Damn it, you're right. That would have been, I'm just going to get everybody McRib stuff and then just be like, what are you talking about? It's the farewell tour.
Just give everyone McRibs.
That is not a bad idea. And speaking, I assume you voted.
Yeah.
And Mike, did you vote too? Because you're by city,
I voted early before I left Texas.
so you still vote in Texas.
Yeah.
That's exciting. Yeah. So let's just take a look at picture number 1. You heard what's going on in Pennsylvania. This guy. I mean, this is
They're
this.
suing each other, right?
They're what?
Aren't they suing? Like the Republicans are suing the state of Pennsylvania's voting thing, and then Fetterman is suing the people. I don't know. It's going to be very complicated, and it probably won't be done till next week, I would think.
Oh, I didn't realize. But see, this is Oz, and he's going to vote, right? So it's between him and this guy Fetterman. But here's the thing for me, okay? I mean, maybe I am old-fashioned. This is Dr. Oz dressed, going into the polls and making his vote. Now go to the next one, Mike, which is Fetterman. This is what this guy. What the? Why would I vote for a guy like this? Why? I mean, I guess I'm old school, but you got to be kidding me. Am I crazy?
I don't think you're crazy, and I don't think that he dresses like that because he's, kind of a slob. I think he dresses it because he's trying to portray himself as the, everyman, and it's so transparent.
I think there's another way to dress to portray yourself that way, and as there was for Oz to lose. That's funny. Yeah. So wait, Catalina, did you say there was an earthquake there? And she's like, yeah, it was 5.3, nothing big, really. It's like she's like used to it, like people in California. Anything under 6 in Chile, you shouldn't worry. It's just annoying. That's hilarious. The Sunday night, I was at this thing, and again, you can hear about this at Just Get on the City because it's kind of fascinating. And I was in this chair, and I thought it was an earthquake. I know it's the subway, but I thought because of where I was located in the East Village, the subway didn't go through there. So I really thought there was an earthquake going on, but the guy assured me it was the subway. Definitely I've felt an earthquake before. I remember a long time ago. I was on the 12th floor or somewhere, and I'm like, hey, that was an earthquake. I know it because the earthquake, you can feel like this under the floor. It's weird.
Right. Yeah, I was in one in L.A., the big one in L.A., and it was scary.
Which big one?
I don't know. I can't remember the year, but I think it was probably around 90. Geez, I don't know, 95, 96.
Yeah, I was there for one. I remember. That's how I remembered what it was, and I remember I was on somebody's couch. What the hell is going on?
Not me.
That was me. I'm sorry. I should have turned my phone off.
It's all right. Who was it?
Just a friend.
Okay. Well, anyway, Mike, if you show picture number 3, this just happened. That guy is Leslie Phillips. Now, those of you probably don't know him, but if you look at picture 4,
I know
he was the voice of the Sorting Hat in Harry Potter. I don't know why, but I love that voice. Not Slytherin. A boy like you would do well in Slytherin. Gryffindor. I can't believe that guy did that. That guy just doesn't look like he would do that voice, and yet, yeah. Gryffindor.
I can see it. He's got that
I love
old
the Sorting
British
Hat.
face.
Not Slytherin. Where to place you? I don't know what I'm doing. I think I'm doing more of the Cesar Romero of Batman. Dave didn't scream at Nick for the. Well, Marcy, Nick is kind of a great guy, so I know it was an accident. It's true.
Dave knows I learned my lesson. He lets it go once. One chance.
Finally, let me show you the last picture. This was the cover of the New York Post. Back in front, Jets, baby. One of the biggest win in like 7 years. Back and front. I mean, after all, the Yankees and all the kind of stuff that it's funny. They got the back and front, and then on top you got the Mets. And it's all Jets and Mets because it doesn't happen very often. So, because they just gave Edwin Diaz a big deal. But boy, what a win against Buffalo last week. Obviously, we'll talk about that later. Nick, you're killing it in the picks. Absolutely killing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Marcy, that was unbelievable. I just can't even believe.
Have you been tailgating?
What?
Have you been tailgating?
I can't anymore because I work on Sundays now. So
I forgot. Yeah,
yeah. The guys are like, just come to one game. I'm thinking about maybe going to the Detroit game on the 20th, but I don't know. I work. So this Saturday I'm going to Yankee Stadium because my alma mater college, Ithaca, is playing Cortland in the Jug Bowl. I think it's going to be on TV. They carry Division III games now because life is boring, and they have too many channels, I guess. But they're playing at Yankee Stadium. They started doing this every year, and our school comes down, so a bunch of people are getting together. I never really have done any of that stuff. Actually, one of my friends is coming down, and he used to play on the team, so I guess that'll be kind of fun. So, yeah, Aunt Judy, this year we're back. I scheduled in the booby prize for the football pool, which, quite frankly, it's weird. The person that wins there it is. Yeah, the Cortica Jug Bowl, Ithaca versus Cortland. You believe that?
That looks like a soccer advertisement.
Yeah, it does. That's why I keep getting food, but it's at Yankee Stadium. Yeah, the Ithaca Bombers. I think I've only been to one college game before, in the sense of when my niece was going to Rutgers. And we went to a Rutgers Kansas game. Otherwise, I usually just go to pro. Aunt Judy says, "Remember, Dave, you had a radio show in school." Of course I remember. I love doing that. That's why I still like doing a podcast. I've always liked doing radio. I just I wish I could be on I wish I could have a daily radio show now. I love radio. I like talking. I like playing music, like spinning, like being a DJ. I mean, those are my initials, right? Also, I'll just mention it on the show because I'm going to mention it on Just Get on the City. But Nick, Mike, have you guys seen Confess Fletch, the new Fletch movie?
No, I have not.
Yeah, I want to, though.
People who have.
So I watched it Saturday, and it was very, very entertaining, with John Hamm stepping in for Chevy Chase.
Oh, you liked it?
I liked it a lot. Very entertaining. And one line is used from the original movie. And my friend Lawrence, who knows the movie backwards and forwards like I do, he didn't catch it. I don't know why. It's not a funny line. It's weird that it's there, but it's just one line as a little callback. But it was very, very entertaining. It's like so my friend told me that movie was like just thrown away. Like, because I didn't see, they released it in the theaters and they didn't make a thing about it. They didn't put anything.
Streamed.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I don't know what the deal is, because this guy, John Hamm, should be making one of these every year or every other year. That's a fun character. And Confess Fletch. That girl's really hot. That's his girlfriend. And takes place in Italy and Massachusetts.
Cool.
It was very entertaining. I liked it very much. John, who's the guy? He was in the one from AMC, Mad Men. Slattery is in it too.
Oh, so John Slattery
plays his boss, newspaper editor, like his old boss, which I guess was that old guy from the. I guess they're supposed to be the same characters. He was the old guy when he was working for the LA paper. Now he works in Boston.
Right.
And I also saw the Weird Al movie as well.
You didn't?
Yeah, I did, because when my niece was here for the thing, I knew we could just watch a movie and then she was going to go to bed, and we see everything Daniel Radcliffe has ever done, ever. And we even went to see this Irish play he was in, which was so horrible. So we go see everything. It was quite interesting. Daniel Radcliffe is great.
That doesn't sound like an endorsement.
Well, it's weird. It's a way, knowing the Weird Al songs the way we do. Look at him. So in the movie, he starts dating Madonna. It's really funny because none of it's true. And I guess in a way, and it's very much like my Cars movie because it's stupid, which is what Al wanted, I think. And the budget's clearly just 10,000 more than maybe I paid for my movie.
Was it really low budget?
You can tell it's pretty low budget. I mean, it's on the Roku channel. I'm not sure what they're paying people these days. But yeah, it's on the Roku channel. Yeah, I have everything.
Yeah. You can Roku is one of those channels that's built into TVs, but you can go onto their website and watch it too.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, I downloaded it for my niece and everything, and yeah, I love Radcliffe 2 a week late. And oh, you haven't seen all the Harry Potter movies? Oh, that's so funny. I've seen them. I watch them every Saturday night. They're on Sci-Fi every Saturday. But it was good. It's good. It's just, I guess I'm a sucker. I want to. I guess I wanted to see the. It must be the way people feel when they watch my Cars movie and they're like, "Oh, I'm so excited. I want to see about the cars and how they came up
you
with
didn't
this
get
one."
enough information.
Yeah, well, it's all a joke.
Oh,
So when he's coming up with the songs that we know, like "Eat It" or "Fat" or "Gangster's Paradise," you're like, they kind of make fun of it, and I'm like, I want the real story, kind of. So,
right.
but that's all right. That's all right. Yeah, but it was entertaining again. So I saw two very entertaining movies this week, which is much better than that Elvis movie or Free Guy, which I've seen recently, which wasn't.
I
as good.
saw Smile, the horror movie Smile.
How was that? Did you review it?
Really enjoyed it. It's starring Kevin Bacon and Kira Sedgwick's daughter. I think it's Zoja Bacon.
Oh.
And it was quite good. I liked it a lot.
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you don't know everybody, Nick has a horror podcast he does with this horror
Lori Palmentary.
Lori Palmentary. And it's called Scary Monsters.
Right.
And they review horror films. So to get an endorsement like that from somebody who does that is a good thing. Now, I'm always angry at him because he doesn't do Halloween specials, but I let it go.
Right. Some of that's your own issues.
How is that my own issues? You do a Scary Monsters podcast, you don't have a Halloween special?
Well, we don't think it's Halloween is special. It's like thinking, like if you're a drunk, you don't think that New Year's Eve is special. You just, it's another day to watch a horror movie, as far as I'm concerned.
Damn it, he's got me there. No, I don't think she's definitely not related to Chaz Palminteri. She is completely white. Yeah.
Do you know about the viral marketing campaign for that movie?
Yeah, the baseball games.
Yeah, like they would have people go out and just smile creepy into cameras and not mention it at all.
Yeah, during the Major League Baseball playoffs, the baseball playoffs.
Yeah, it was creepy as hell. I want to see that movie now. That sounds like fun. I actually want to see Halloween Ends because I heard it was okay. Did you see it?
I did see it.
Is it good? Is it worth watching? I'm gonna say that as a no. Marcy wants to know if you reviewed Stranger Things season 4. I feel like I remember you telling me you did.
No, we did not. We have not done any of Stranger Things.
She says the daughter of Uma Thurman and Ethan Hawke are in it.
I heard that. Maya Hawke, yeah.
Who is it, Marcy? What character does she play? It's not that cute redheaded girl, is it? That Stranger Things season 4 was outstanding. They got it figured out, and I think the next one is the last one, I guess, which makes sense because you don't want to have a Dear Evan Hansen situation on your, because I don't know if you heard what happened there, but I can't stop talking about Dear Evan Hansen, the Broadway show, for I did 50 podcasts on it, right? Because of this kid, Ben Platt. So he leaves. The show isn't very good anymore because it was all him. So they make a movie with him during COVID to make sure that he's that there's a video proof of this guy. But by then, and I think he's only in his 20s or early 30s, but he looks like he's 50, and he's with these high school kids, and it just does not work. And it's a bummer because this show was one of the most moving, rewarding Broadway shows I've ever seen, but the movie is just fucking horrible. So only because he looks so old. I don't know what happened. It's only he's 3 years removed from the show,
right?
But that happens sometimes, right? Somebody just ages so quickly. And it's not like he even has wrinkles or anything. It's just something about it. If you see him, you're just something's wrong here, and I can't put my finger on it. And then you're like, yeah, this is creepy. That's why they should have just put me in it. I mean, just go for it all. Why? If we're going to do creepy, then let's do it.
If we're going to do creepy and old, yeah, let's do it.
I'm the guy. Why don't we take a look at the slides? Is it a good time for that, Mike?
Yes.
Yo, let's do it. All right, I am sharing.
Look at you.
Can you see this?
I can, of course.
Okay, so this is at the White House in the front lawn, the White House Halloween.
Uh-huh.
It's just so stupid. I don't know. It's just like that's Biden, and I guess that's his wife.
Is it really Biden?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
but I mean, like, who are these kids that get to go?
And do they really care that it's Joe Biden?
That's what I'm wondering. But look at this. I mean, this is like this kid here is like Martin from The Simpsons. He was like expecting to be there.
Right.
He's just walking away like, I'm here every year.
Yeah, that's Martin Prince. Yeah.
That's Martin Prince with the Phantom of the Opera costume. Come on.
Don't you think that little kid with the Super Mario would have negotiated an extra candy bar if Joe Biden weren't there? Like if they'd say, we can give you 3 candy bars, but you don't get to meet Joe Biden. He's like, give me the fucking 3 candy bars.
Yeah, that he goes, come on, you just gave it to that Phantom of the Opera queen. Hey, Biden, what's with the fruit who just walked by? I just, the Phantom of the Opera is doing the same thing that the McRib is doing, I guess, which is saying they're closing. Ticket sales go up. They got crowded houses every night. I wonder in January if they'll be like, well, you know what? Maybe we'll stick around for a little bit.
Yeah, what was the thinking? Oh, look at that little girl. Yeah,
that's a Halloween costume in Texas, Mike. Your town, and that costume is fucking brilliant.
In Texas. Oh, she must be. Who is she?
She's the queen.
Oh, the queen
carrying the British flag in Texas. That's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Nick? I'm sorry.
I can't remember. I'm just scared.
I like quality costumes like that. People that really put some.
Yeah, we know about your Halloween obsession.
I know, Anonymous, I know Phantom is closing. I'm just saying, I wonder. Sometimes they, I know it's closing. But, if ticket sales are going crazy, they might second guess.
Oh, so that's what I was going to ask is why did they decide to close? It's always done so well. I know a guy who does wardrobe over there, and he's always said it's always filled.
Well, it's just time. It's been on since I saw it in 1987. And I think, from what I understand, the reason they want to close because Andrew Lloyd Webber wants the theater to bring in another musical.
Okay.
So I guess he decided.
I
wish he wouldn't because he stinks and he's ruined Broadway. But what are you gonna? That's right. I went there. He's the one. Why your ticket prices are so high? It's all him. Anyway, here's a great costume that was in the Philippines. It's the Mandalorian and has his dog dressed as Grogu.
Grogu.
Isn't that? Yes. Oh,
do you know
yes,
people
Aunt Judy.
who
I
do
do
not
have the
like
picture.
Grogu?
What?
Do you know fans who do not like Grogu?
No, everybody likes Grogu.
That's what I was thinking. I was just saying it's kind of a unanimous law. It's like Chewbacca or something.
Yeah, no, Grogu is the cute. I have a calendar with Grogu and I have a doll with Grogu. Nobody doesn't like Grogu. Grogu is the cutest, coolest character they've come up with since the first Star Wars. Since Lando Calrissian. I'm going to go there.
Yeah, I think cute goes Grogu, Lando, definitely.
I will say I hate it. I hate all the others. I obviously hate 1, 2, and 3. I hate them. And I didn't really care for 7, 8, or 9, but I do like 8 a little bit more because Luke Skywalker's in it more and he's fun and funny. But I will say the one character I like out of the last 3 is BB-8.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll go Grogu and BB-8 as newer characters I do like in the Star Wars universe. But I tell you, that Mandalorian was really terrific. And the Book of Boba Fett didn't start very good, and then it got better. And I haven't seen, was it Andor?
I haven't seen Andor yet either.
People told me it's very good. Sorry, week late. I really hate it. It really makes me angry. Especially 1, 2, 3. And I'll tell you why. I'm going to tell you why the whole thing makes me angry. And it's like, what? This George Lucas is such an asshole. That guy goes in and then slaughters a bunch of kids. And that's like, why is that necessary? That's all I keep thinking about after all that's happening. And this is in this Star Wars movie. I'm not happy with it. It's a fantasy movie. We know Darth Vader's going to turn, and it's not a good enough reason for him to become evil because he's jealous. It was horrible. I'm really angry about it. Let's move on. This is right in Manhattan, right on the street. I took this. It's kind of the MetLife building. It's not even like
And it's June, so
it's not the Empire State Building. It's not the Chrysler Building. It's not Big Ben. It's the MetLife building. What the fuck is the matter with this kid? I don't know.
I love that guy. He doesn't even know it's Halloween. That's just his outfit.
Well, and here's the doorman going, "I got New York, man."
Oh, he's got to be in that. Okay.
I'm having some fun with you, Nick. I'm doing my Fred Willard imitation. I'm having fun with you. Oh, and this, I don't know if you guys saw this. This is Heidi Klum.
I did see that. I didn't understand it.
Nobody understands it. Why would somebody this hot dress like she went as a worm? Nobody understands it.
She does it every year.
She does something big every year. She has a huge party. It's funny because I used to go to the big Halloween party every year, not hers, somebody else's.
You don't want to say?
No, you guys just wouldn't know him, but everybody was there. It was like a huge party. It was this guy Ross and my friend Steve Klein, and they used to have a big one in Times Square, which was really fun every year. And a lot of people from Howard Stern would go all the time and stuff, so it was really fun. And now
Ross Zapin?
What?
Ross Zapin?
Yeah, Ross Zapin. Oh, I didn't think you knew him.
Well, I'm a huge Howard fan.
Oh, right. Yeah. So how are you, Ross? Yeah. Yeah, we've known each other a long time.
Him and Jason Kaplan fighting about a week ago.
Oh, the old one.
Yeah, the old one.
Oh, I like Liza's. I went as a 55-year-old menopausal woman. That's a good one. Yeah, it's a worm. This is what she was dressed as. And then when the party got going, she took it off but left the mask on for some reason.
That's crazy.
I guess they spent so much time, she left this part on. But
it's like glued to her face.
So then you have to say to yourself, if you're dressing like this, why was this part necessary? But I guess
did you see her husband's costume?
Yeah, I didn't like it, so I didn't put it.
He was a fisherman, so they went together.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't like the fact that she has a husband. It bothers me. She is so, I mean, she's gorgeous.
Yeah,
I just can't stand when she's on.
It's like she's so hot, it's like disappointing.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. And the worst part is, of course, she's horrible on. I mean, she's not horrible on American Got Talent, but you don't want to be a comic having a German tell you what's funny or what's not funny. That's why I always felt bad for Natterman when he was on. She's like, Howard Stern was always like, "What are you, nuts? This guy's hilarious." She's like, "I don't understand." I'm like, "Of course you don't understand. You're German. You don't understand comedy." So. This, ironically, this is a Brazilian election, and it affected me because this guy Lula da Silva won. He beat the incumbent. It was a big upset, and for some reason, they were voting here in my neighborhood. Once again, I got screwed. There was a huge long line of people when I was just trying to go to the Dunkin' Donuts across the street. I'm like, what the hell's going on over there? Like, it's the Brazilian election. I'm like, I got to worry about the Brazilian election now? I couldn't believe it. It was on a Sunday morning. And all these people were at this school, and there was a block of people, and I couldn't get my coffee. I was furious. And it's all for this. I don't understand how they have voting in another country, and in this country, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
I think you should title your autobiography, "I was just trying to go to Dunkin' Donuts."
Just trying to get
everything goes wrong with Dunkin' Donuts.
Well, it's just like everything impedes what I just go along my daily routine, So this guy used to be a prisoner, I guess, and it's all confusing why that he's hugging his wife or whatever he's doing to his wife there. Maybe he's breaking her neck. I don't know, but thanks for your help. Now I can make it on my own. But and this is what happened that day after this guy lost. My second favorite thing: protesters blocking the roads because they're mad about the election, and everybody knows that pisses me off to no fucking end.
Is this Brazil?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, because
cool.
you can see they have Aziz's new show here. Oh, that's Azul. I'm sorry. And look out for the new Aziz Ansari show. Yeah, and so in that vein, this is a woman blocking a road in Rome to combat climate crisis. You see, this is the kind of shit I fucking hate. When I hear people walking across the Brooklyn Bridge, they're stopping the traffic. It's so mean to do to your everyday Joe to fight for your cause. There's got to be a better way than fucking with people when they're trying to get to their horrible jobs they hate. Because you're not, anybody who's going to, in a regular time, you're not stopping anybody who can do something or has money. You know, you're just stopping regular, innocent people. It's really horrible. I hate you. Talking to this girl.
It a little bit to me.
This is a giraffe that's clearly saying, "What the
protesting
fuck?"
climate change.
Well, he's in the Ukraine, and they put him in like a, it's really bad. So he's like, "What the fuck?" And then this is the "What the fuck" series, because then this bison is in Utah, and he's like, what am I doing in here?" He's getting like shots, so he's like, "What the fuck?" And then there was like this camel in India going, "Come on, what the fuck is happening?" So it was a trilogy of animals saying, "What the fuck?" Thank you.
You think they knew each other?
Yeah, of course they know each other. They're animals. They can talk to each other.
Yeah.
If I could talk to the animals, learn their languages, maybe take an animal decree, I'd study elephant and eagle, buffalo and beagle, alligator, guinea pig, and flea. That's Rex Harrison. He goes from talking to singing, And it's not just Dr. Doolittle. Why can't the English teach their children how to speak? Norwegians learn Norwegian. The French have taught their Greek, whatever. In France, every Frenchman knows his language agency. The French don't care what they do, actually. I mean, this guy won an Oscar for talking with music playing. It doesn't seem fair. And here's Central Park the day before Halloween. Remember when I was saying you can't really see foliage here in New York City? Well, I guess I was wrong. Isn't that beautiful?
That's awesome.
And this is Central Park the day before Halloween. Hey-o! What's up, all? This guy sucks. Me and Marcy were talking about him. He's got a new book where he's like, and then I had to do Friends for 10 seasons and make all that money. It was awful.
Yeah, I was never a big fan.
Did you like Friends? I mean, I've seen every episode a dozen times. I love Friends. Nick, did you like it when it was on?
No. It's not dark enough for me.
Wait, is Cammie here? Oh, hi, Cammie. How is your dad doing? I'm so sorry I haven't reached out. I had this weekend was really rough for me. I hope your dad's doing okay. I know he was not well. I hope you're doing okay. Nice to see you. Yeah. I don't know. I like this show. I like it a lot. I don't know why. Look,
I honor the fact that you like it. I'm not a fan. Everyone seems to something. The writing is tight. I get it, but I just the characters don't do it for the old Nixter.
Yeah, I understand. So I don't know if everybody remembers, but when the Ukraine war started, I said, "Why don't you do thank Cammie. He said he's doing good. That's great to hear, Cammie. I said, why don't you put dummies and make fake towns like they did in Blazing Saddles? And they finally took my advice. For real, this is a mannequin dressed in fatigues as a decoy in the Ukraine.
That's great.
It's no joke. And they finally took my advice and just built this fucking fake town. And the Russians are so stupid that I think they're falling for it. Yeah, see, it's just a backdrop. I think the Russians would fall for it. They're pretty dumb. You can say that now. Now we can make Polish jokes and Russian jokes. But we know it's not all Russians. We know it's just this one dude is making things pretty uncomfortable. Speaking of uncomfortable, these are women in Afghanistan picking saffron flowers. Obviously, you don't want to be a woman in Afghanistan. But what you know what this reminded me of?
Really, any country that ends in Stan, you don't want to be a woman.
Yeah, that's not a
Kazakhstan, Afghanistan, Stan Laurel. I don't know where that came from. Things which he got home on Sunday. He's doing much better. Oh, that's wonderful. You know what movie this reminded me of?
Don't tell me. Well, I was going to say that. What was that show that's on AMC that everyone loves about the women?
No.
Handmaid's
Think
Tale.
that they're going to take these all off and be hot underneath.
I don't know. What is it?
Well, it's History of the World Part 1 where they have the nuns
Oh,
and then
right.
they get into bathing suits. With the Spanish Inquisition scene? No? Just me?
I get it.
Just
The
cow.
Inquisition.
I was
What
thinking
a
Handmaid's
thrill.
Tale as well. So.
The what?
Handmaid's Tale as well.
Oh, yes, I guess so. The Inquisition. Won't you wait? Was it wish you'd go away? Well, the Inquisition's here and it's gonna. Hey, Takamata, what do you say? Oh, I just remember it, and that wasn't even a good scene. That wasn't even one of his best movies, and yet it stays with me. So this happened this week. This is Cardinal Dolan, the real Cardinal Dolan, who I like very much.
You do?
I do.
Why,
I think he's
why
cool.
so?
What?
Why so?
I don't know. I think I like the fact that New York has this kind of cool cardinal when he took over from who was that old cardinal when he took over?
I don't know.
There was an old cardinal that, Koch was friends with and everybody liked him. He's a hip guy. He's cool. Remember, he was just blessing the place by me. They just named one of the streets after the restaurant up here called Neary's. And him
Right.
and the other and Bloomberg, and they were all here. And he does the,
Egan?
he's a good, there should be a rabbi like this, that this is cool, But anyways,
Right.
blessing the nativity scene for the Christmas spectacular at Rockefeller Center.
Oh, cool.
I know there's
Unfortunate.
something cool about it, and there's something ridiculous about it, but I like the fact that he doesn't give a shit, and he's like, yeah, I'll do it.
Which one do you date out of these women on here?
Well, that's an interesting thing. You should say that, Nick. Ironically, most Rockettes are not very attractive. Their bodies their bodies are sick, like awesome, but their faces usually aren't very good. And it's funny. I've always thought that when I've seen them, I'm like, they're not as attractive as I'd like them to be for what they do. So one time when AGT had just moved to Radio City, they had a wide shot of all the Rockettes. And right in the middle, I was like, I am zooming in on this one that's got the most beautiful face, and it's so rare. My eyes immediately zoomed in, and as they go further, it was Heidi Klum. And that's how
that's
noticeable it was that there was somebody with this unbelievable face, to match her body.
funny. Yeah.
I know that sounds horrible. I'm just saying. So
You're a horrible person.
if it was one of these, I don't really like any of, maybe this one over here, or maybe this guy. He looks kind of handsome.
He's certainly paying attention.
This guy looks like my friend Lawrence, so he seems all right. I don't know. I'd really like to hang out with Cardinal Dolan. It'd be fun to hang out with somebody of a man of the cloth and kind of ask questions and have him talk to you about, the Bible. I would be interested to hear somebody that knows it so well kind of talk about it. It's like having a friend that knows a lot about wine or something when you're really knowledgeable and I think
Yeah, it could
that'd
be
be interesting. Yeah, especially not being Catholic, I think it would be really interesting, brought up where that's the problem with all religions. You don't really get a chance to learn about the other ones. You should be able to make a choice.
Thanks for asking who I would date. Appreciate that.
I didn't want to put you in that position. I thought the chat room would get mad at
That's
you.
ridiculous.
But as long as you mentioned it, which one?
Far right.
This one?
Yes, that's the far right. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought about that, but I don't know. I need more information. And now we go to our
Huggy.
animal photos that we love. This is in the Philippines. Of course, there's always flooding everywhere, so there's nothing funnier than an animal riding on a bike in the back of a bicycle, especially that the guy has to walk in the water, but the animal gets the free ride. So that's awesome. There's really nothing more awesome than a funny dog, and his dog's name is Doming. He's from the Philippines. And this is right out of the cat show. That was they had the most beautiful cat in the world contest in Belgium this week. I believe this was one of the runners up. I mean, what's cuter than that? And then for some reason, I don't know how she got included, but she was part of the contest. I mean, how does this one even think about winning if she's so angry?
Right. That looks like a rocket.
That's a rocket after I made my statement.
Oh boy. Yeah.
But this is like Best in Show, where Fred Willard's like, no, they need to squeeze all this area below here and everything like that. He's like, yes. He's like, I'd like to be bought dinner first or a movie or something before they do that to me. Yeah, Rachel's cat, right, Marcy, from Friends. Those hairless cats are terrifying. But this one, I think this is the one that won. They call it's a van cat. But the reason why this is so funny is that this cat is doing a pose. Look, it's leaning. Like this is her paw. She's like leaning on the thing. And the best part is the first thing I thought of was this guy's old headshot. Do you know who it is?
Yeah,
Dangerfield.
Dangerfield.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey.
But I remember this photo because he's leaning. And it's like because he has another one where he's actually leaning forward. He tried so hard to look pretty.
Dave, can you go back to the cat?
What? Sorry.
Go back to the cat. We're all gonna get spayed. All right.
Oh, nice.
That's gold, baby.
Hey, we're all gonna get spayed. Oh, that's a good one, Mike. Well done. Totally worth it. That cat get no respect a week later. Wait, you say Bad Reputation is one of my favorite albums? What are you talking about? Joan Jett?
It's got to be.
There's fucking.
Oh no, it might be a Rodney album.
No, that's No Respect, and then the other one was Rappin' Rodney. I think there were only two. Oh, you're talking about Taylor Swift. Oh, okay.
Oh, they're having another conversation as well.
So maybe you guys could help me. I know you're talking about Taylor Swift in the chat room, but so this is the Tutankhamun's mummy, King Tut, and this guy's, that now apparently this is a big thing again. Can somebody tell me why? Because I thought we did this already in the 70s when King Tut was going on a massive tour that was the most successful museum tour anyone's ever done. This is 78. Remember, Nick, when King, well, you didn't live here
I
at the
remember
time.
it very well. It was very popular.
You do, yeah. It was so popular. We know, Steve Martin made a huge hit song about it. And so what's happening now that it's coming back? Did they find more stuff or another tomb? Does anybody know?
I don't know. I'm not aware. Look, Steve Martin's kind of ripped.
Well, he was very young back then. We were all ripped back then. Didn't you see that picture? I'll send you a picture of myself, pretty ripped, playing shuffleboard later.
Apparently it's just people want more money from it. So I really hope
so they're just
reason.
You're saying it's been like 40, 50 years. They're just taking it around again.
Yeah.
Well, there is a
that's the only reason I can find online.
So I thought this was like they found like new, or maybe they do DNA stuff or something. And this is the only forensically accurate replica of Tutankhamun's mummy. For some reason, they let this asshole work on it.
It's a great line, Anonymous.
and this is the final picture for today. This is a new Sesame Street character named Amira, and this is in Sesame Street in like those countries that hate Jews, whatever. But it's so they have this character who's in a wheelchair, but she can walk because as you can see in the back, she has crutches she can walk with. Did Nick leave?
Yeah, I think he might have just lost his connection.
Wait, he got upset by this?
No, I don't think that's what it was.
I know, just kidding. But the weird thing about this is that people are complaining that this wheelchair is not correct. It's like you can't fucking win. Sesame Street says, "Hey, we should put in a wheelchair," and somebody's like, "No, that's not the right kind of wheelchair." Somebody who's able to walk with that, they wouldn't have that kind of bulky wheelchair. I'm like, you really?
What about those cookies?
This? Isn't that fucking annoying?
The giant cookies that would not hold their shape if they were so thin.
Those cookies, when that Cookie Monster eats, it really is. Those cookies always look so delicious.
Makes me want a cookie. Oh, wait, I had a thing I wanted to show you. I want to see if this is the right guy.
Oh, Nick wouldn't get mad at a Jew-hating comment. He hates Jews, too. He's from Kansas.
Was this the other Cardinal you were talking about?
Was
Cardinal
it?
Egan?
Oh,
he was Ed Cox's friend. Ed Cox's friend.
Was he? But he might have only been for a period of time. Like, was that the guy? Maybe that was the guy.
He was in the late 80s, so I didn't know it was the right one or not.
Yeah, I guess it was. Yeah, Cardinal Egan. I'd forgotten about him. Yeah. New York always has like a cardinal, and so Dolan got, raised. He was whatever it is below cardinal, and then he got, lifted up. It was kind of fun.
Nice.
Nick's internet looked like it sucked anyway, so it's kind of funny that it's out, but I'm sure. Well, I mean, I guess we should wait a little bit so we can
I'll text
make pics with him. So what was I gonna say, Mike? As long as we're here, are you doing anything this weekend? You performing?
Sunday, I will be at West Nyack with Rich Voss for one night.
That's this Sunday coming up. I thought it was last Sunday.
No, coming up.
Okay, cool.
The 13th. And then the 17th through the 19th, I will be at Providence with Bobby Kelly at the Comedy Connection.
Oh, nice.
And then for one night in San Antonio, I have my own show.
Really?
Yeah, if anyone is watching that would come to that in San Antonio, the 23rd at Upstage Comedy Club.
Hey, cool.
So
Wednesday. Hey, that's the day before Thanksgiving. That's the party night of the year.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be awesome, Mike. Congratulations. That's great.
So yeah, see me headline. So if you're in San Antonio, a lot of friends.
Well, Liza, he hasn't
like
done
really.
it.
Voss is great.
He is a great guy, but he hasn't done the thing yet, though. The 19th is Cammie's birthday show. She'll be there for sure. Oh no, that's on the 23rd, right? 19th. Wait, I just wanted to ask. Oh, Marcy said the light behind Nick's head was driving me crazy. Me too. It's so fucking annoying. He doesn't give a shit. Let me just check my phone to see if he's coming back. I always turn it on airplane mode. You're so right, Marcy. It's so fucking annoying, but he's such a joy.
Oh, his internet went out.
His internet went out.
Yeah, he said street construction, probably.
We know that, right?
What's that? That's what he just texted me.
Oh, where he said, "Where did we go?"
At first, I texted him after, and they said, "Is everything okay?" And he said, "Internet went out."
His internet went out.
Yeah.
So why did he ask where we went?
I think he did that before he realized his internet went out.
This guy's really getting on my last nerve. Whoever said that about Nick Griffin ever?
Yeah, nobody's ever said that.
He's such a sweet boy. It's like, nobody, right? No one's ever said that about him before. That's why it's extra funny. Angela, Aunt Judy, I'm about to go out and vote looking for a polling station that is having ink issues. Is that a thing? Oh, right. You're voting in, that's right. You got plenty of time. You're in Arizona. I guess, is he coming back? I mean, well, I guess we'll just start and we'll let him come in after because I'm putting it back on airplane mode. Let's just make the picks and get out of here, right?
Yeah.
No, Liza, I'm not leaving Nick alone. He's a troublemaker. Okay. I'm going to share the screen again. Oh no! Before I do that, can you show last week? Look how good Nick did. 9-2-2.
Yep.
You believe this guy?
It's crazy.
It's unbelievable picks. I did very well. 7-4-2. I'm way over 50% now. Mike, you stink. The chat room stinks. Stink, but you know what I'm saying. So let's just go over for a second. This was annoying as shit, the Thursday night game, because I think we only all lost if you pick the Eagles by half a point, which is worse. We tied the Falcons because they're stupid, and so are the Chargers. Let's remember that for this week. Is Nick back?
Yep.
Oh, I see. Okay. This game was stupid. This one, you thought there's no way the Bears are going to cover because they were down by a lot. This Bengals game, the Bengals were out of control. I feel like an idiot, Marcy, for had the Panthers. The Bengals won by like 50. I can't. The Lions one seemed. Let's remember that one for this week. The Raiders stink. Let's remember all this for this week when we go. The Patriots beat the shit out of the Colts so much so that they fired their coach today. And they hired this guy, Jeff Saturday, and everybody's confused because they have a very strange owner. The Jets, what's up? Thanks, Nick, for picking the Jets. The Commanders won. The Seahawks seemed like a no-brainer. The the Bucks and the Rams suck. I can't believe Kansas City, I kept it so close. I was very surprised that Tennessee was able to play them that way, and the Saints suck. So now, Nick, thank you for coming back. We're going to make the picks now. You good with that?
Yeah, I lost my internet. I'm using a hotspot.
You are?
Yeah.
How do you use that work? I was thinking about doing that.
I don't have any idea. Somebody showed me how to use it, but I don't know what that means.
You do it with your phone?
Yeah.
Well, it's like weird because besides your horrible lighting that Marcy was making fun of, your connection is actually quite clear and you sound fine. So the hotspot is technically working besides that unfortunate incident.
Yeah.
I'm going to share my screen, Mike, and go to the PowerPoint presentation. I am doing it now. Everybody can see the screen?
Yeah, pretty much.
Marcy, you're mad I threw you under the bus? Sorry about that. I love you. Okay, well, let's start. Nick's doing really well, so we should, praise him. This one, you know what? I'm confused on this one because the Panthers aren't playing horribly, but I like the Falcons a lot. They're playing really well. The Panthers are playing okay, so it's going to be close, but I'm going to take the Falcons. Mike?
Falcons.
What do you think, Nick?
Panthers.
See, if he's taking the Panthers, we've all fucked up. He knows how it's working now. He's in the zone.
Not even a little.
What is everybody saying here? I haven't seen anything yet, so I'll wait on you guys, or I'll come back. Now, okay. To me, this clearly also seems like a no-brainer. Could be the best Seahawks over the Bucks. I mean, something's wrong with Tom Brady, and it's not working, and the Seahawks are completely working. Totally taking the Seahawks. Mike?
I'm going to go with they're playing in Germany, right?
Oh, God, is that true? No. I think
Yes.
the Monday night game's in Germany.
No, they're out of town. They're out of they're out of town. They're out of the state.
The Bucks and the Seahawks are in Germany?
Yeah, I think he's right.
Oh, it's in Munich. Well, then I still take the Seahawks because it's not like that's going to be better for Tom Brady.
Right. No, you're right.
I'm going to go with the Seahawks.
I'm going to go with the Bucks.
Screwed up.
We'll go with Cammy's Bucks.
They're
What
saying the Falcons and the Bucks.
Oh, Falcons, thank you. Okay. I like the Vikings. I think they're okay, but I feel like the Bills are the Vikings on the road aren't very good. They do play tough, but I'm going to take the Bills to make a tremendous comeback because they got to be pissed. So The Vikings are due for a loss, and I think the Bills, win by a touchdown. Mike?
Jeez. Yeah, I'm gonna say Bills too.
What is
Yeah, I got a friend, Sean Murphy, comic, very funny. He's from Buffalo. I'm going to pick the Bills.
Okay, it looks like the chat's all in on the Bills as well, yes?
Yeah. Overall Bills.
Now, this one's really tough. The Lions used to keep things close. They did it again, I think, with Miami last week. Or was that Chicago? I don't remember, but Chicago's playing really good, but they keep losing.
I
So
know.
they shouldn't be favored by 6, but the Lions suck that much. Mike, you have to go first on this one.
I'm gonna go with Lions.
Because it's hard to pick the Lions, but I think I picked them last week and they won. They somehow cover. But I don't know. Nick, what do you think?
I'm going to go Bears. I think it's a pick 'em, and I'm picking Bears.
Yeah, but they're favored by 6.
I said the Bears.
Oh shit. I got to take the Lions. I can't take that. I can't give them that many points. Shit. I see a lot of Bears in there. Mike, is that true?
Yeah. Yes.
Well, here's your Kansas City Chiefs after getting lucky. The Jaguars usually keep things close, but they also suck. I mean, they beat a shitty Raiders team. I really feel the Bills and Kansas City have to take it out on somebody. I'm actually going to take these 10 points.
Is that Jacksonville?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to go with the Chiefs.
I figured that's your team. That's your hometown team. Mike, what do you think?
Me too. Yeah. And the chat seems
everybody's going Kansas City. We did that last week. Didn't work out too well. This one, it's the Dolphins and the Browns. I hate the Browns. They stink. But the Dolphins seem to never cover, and the Browns are scrappy. I am taking plus the 3.5 points, and I assume Miami will win by 3, but it'll be great for the Jets if they lose. Mike, what do you think?
I'm going to go with Miami.
What do you go? Oh, we go with Miami?
Yeah.
Nick?
I have a friend. His name's Alan Havey. He's a comic. He likes Miami. I'm going to take Miami.
Right. We all know Alan Havey. He's a very bitter man.
No.
What's the chat room saying? I saw Finn's.
Miami.
Yeah. Alan Havey and I were both. I mean, I've been Alan Havey. God, he wasn't he like the first person ever on Comedy Central?
He's one of them. Yeah.
Back when it was Ha.
Yeah. I remember my college roommate talking about him in 1982. He goes, "Have you ever seen this guy? His name's Alan Havey," and it's just kind of funny that we end up knowing him and stuff. It's kind of cool. He's a nice guy. But he's not a nice guy, but he's funny. That's the important thing. And we're out there, we're on Crashing together. Okay, the New York Giants off a bye week playing you want to say the terrible Houston Texans, but somehow they kept it close with Philly and ruined us. I don't know how the Giants do off a bye week, but the Giants seem to never blow anybody out. I have to take the Texans.
That's a gutsy call.
It is. What do you think, Nick?
I'm going to be silly and take the Texans.
I think
I have no reason to believe it's going to work out, which is to the theme
Mike, what
of
do you
my
think?
career.
I want to go with Giants.
What is who's anonymous? I'm trying to send you the picture I asked Dave to put on. Do you know what it is?
No, I'll check the email though.
And then we're getting Giants all around.
Yeah, it looks like it. Except for Aunt Judy. She said not the Giants, but everyone's saying Giants.
She's mad at the Giants and the Jets lately, so I'm not listening to her about that for now. I don't know what happened to her. But oh God, the Saints sucked so much last night, and Pittsburgh sucks too. But if they're at home getting points, I'm taking Pittsburgh, and I have no problems with it whatsoever. Nick, what do you think?
I'm going to take Pittsburgh. I have a friend.
Nick, when Wayne Fetterman was on last year, and he just did this bit where you're doing, which is funny as hell, and he did one where he just knew all the stadium names, but I thought he actually knew the stadium names, but he was just looking them up. He goes, I've always been a big fan of Lucas Oil Stadium, and I really got a good feeling about it. It was so funny.
Yeah.
He's brilliant. But I like, but I please continue to do it. So if you have a friend somewhere, Mike, what do you think? Pittsburgh and Saints.
Well, Pittsburgh, yeah, Saints are. Bleh.
That redheaded guy is the worst. That used to be on the Bengals. What are they saying in the chat room? I can't see.
Who, Andy Dalton?
Yeah.
They're saying Saints.
Okay.
Look at that.
I like that. I liked it. This is an easy one for me. I'm taking the Titans. The Broncos stink, and the Titans, the way they played Kansas, I'm very surprised. I thought the Titans were kind of just beating up bad teams, but they do beat up bad teams with a fucking backup quarterback. So the Broncos stink. So I'm all in on the Texans on this one. Mike?
I'm going to go with the Titans as well.
Nick, what do you think?
Broncos, just for a goof.
I guess the chat room hasn't made a pick. We'll come back. Right?
Marcy's saying Titans.
Oh, we usually go with Marcy's pick, so it's okay. Sometimes if we don't do this because we have a guest or something, I always call Marcy and say, "Can you make your picks for the chat room?" Because Marcy's the best. Okay, here's the Raiders. Okay, so even though they kind of stink, but they beat up on Jacksonville last week, right? They did end up winning, right? I think, and the Colts clearly stink. And they have this new coach, and they're in complete disarray. Well, sometimes that helps a team, but I'm going to go to the Raiders to put it together at home this one last time and see what happens. Nick, what do you think?
I'm going to go Raiders as well. I think they're due.
Well, we have friends in Vegas, so our friend Mark Cohen will do it for him. Mike, what do you think?
Raiders.
Now, I see Marcy saying Colts, but I also see people saying Vegas.
Yeah, she's saying Colts. 2 people are saying Raiders.
So it's 2-1?
Yeah.
We got to go Raiders. This is an easy one. Who the fuck is betting Green Bay? The end. Mike, you want to... The Cowboys against the Packers, you got to be,
Cowboys. I mean, the Packers have been gross this year.
You can't take the Packers. Something's wrong.
Yeah.
Nick, what do you think?
The Packers. I just think they're going to regroup and
when? What day? I mean, Jesus,
Fuckface.
No, but I mean, it's like we've been waiting every week. You think they're going to regroup? It's weird. And what is everybody else saying? I see Cowboys. I see Aunt Judy say check his back tush. Judy's the best too. What are they saying? What's the consensus? I see it's just 1-1 right now.
That's Cowboys.
These two teams both stink. The Rams and the Cardinals. I'm taking the Rams at home. The Cardinals are bad, really bad.
Yeah.
Mike, what do you think?
Our Rams, Cardinals are just not doing great.
Yeah. Nick?
I'm going to take the Cardinals. I think they're both bad.
I have a Rams, and then we were going to take the Cardinals for Angela. But I see 2 Rams against the Cardinals, yes?
Yes, that is correct.
We have to go with the Rams.
Oh, there's 2 Cardinals.
Oh, you know what? I'll go with the Cardinals. I'll remember. And we'll take Angela's pick in her town that she lives in, which I can't even believe it makes so much sense now about that time thing. The Chargers are not playing well. San Francisco probably shouldn't be favored by 7. Fuck, this is a tough one because the Chargers kind of stink now all of a sudden.
Yeah, what happened to them?
I don't know. Well, he got hurt. He got hurt in that second game, and maybe it hasn't been the same. This is tough because I don't know. Nick, can you go first or Mike?
Yeah, I'll go first. I'm just gonna. I don't like the coach of the 49ers. That's not Matt LaFleur. Oh, that's Shanahan. I don't like him. I'm going to take the Chargers. I have no friends in San Francisco.
Me neither.
Yeah. 49ers for me too.
Marcy's everybody's saying 49ers. Yeah, I'm gonna take the 49ers. I was almost gonna pick the Chargers, and I'm gonna go with the 49ers. And this one is a no-brainer for me. The Washington Commanders plus that 11 points. Divisional game. The Eagles, yes, are undefeated, but Washington plays tough every week. That's an easy one.
Who does Washington? Who's the quarterback for Washington?
Heineke.
Oh, yeah.
He's playing good.
I'm going to go ahead and go with the Washington Commanders. I don't hate Ron.
They're scrapping it out. You get 11 points. It's not bad. Mike, what do you think?
I'm going to go with Eagles just to be different.
All
yeah,
right.
that's they're strong. Jeez.
And what do we have in chat wise?
I haven't seen anyone say yet. They're talking about something else for some reason.
I see Catalina put.
Eagles,
right, we picked
Eagles.
Catalina for the
Nothing but
Eagles because
Eagles.
she has the tattoo and she loves the Eagles. So what Catalina says goes. And a week late picked it too, so it's perfect. And they're in
And Marcy.
lie our picks for week 10 where they play.
What's this pod called?
This what we're doing now?
Yeah,
The Comedy Cellar Nightly Show.
gotcha.
Oh shit! There's Nick. Look,
Oh yeah, look at Havy.
remember that guy? Yeah, he had a late night talk show on what was it called? The Comedy Channel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That guy,
And then it became Ha.
night after night.
Yeah. Wow.
They had the one audience member.
Yeah. Audience of one. There's a guy.
Audience of one. That's right.
Yeah.
There's one guy, but they had 3 chairs for some reason.
And Nick Mackay was on that show as well.
Was he on it or did he write it?
Who's that?
Nick Mackay.
I think he was the announcer and the sidekick, and he probably did some writing too.
Now, as all of you know, Nick Mackay was the voice of Salem the cat on Sabrina the Teenage Witch. So
I did not know that.
Just got a big fan. That's the greatest cat ever. Oh, the audience of one. Didn't somebody always get to, didn't you try and get tickets to be the audience of one or something?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It was
Mike, you're amazing. Thank you for finding all that stuff.
I knew Mike was amazing before all that stuff.
Yeah, you did. You were on board with that for a long time.
Yeah, I was.
Marcy says, Nick, it's considered part of the night fly. That's how it shows up when I've told friends to watch. What is my podcast or this show? I don't know. Anyway. What the fuck?
Look, it makes it more real.
If it's any kind, I have been congested for 2 weeks now. It's driving me crazy. Oh, that's Nick Mackay, the voice of Salem. Oh, yeah. God, that cat is funny and it was so great. There's I have a scene where he's dressed up like the Godfather and he's playing cards with all these other guys. There's nothing funny when you dress a cat when it's playing a person. It's my favorite thing. You know what I'm thinking about doing, guys, is I'm thinking about getting a TikTok account, opening one and doing where me and my puppet Bernie, my dog Bernie, do reviews on the Hallmark Christmas specials.
How cute.
Something to do, right?
Right.
Nick, are you going anywhere for Thanksgiving?
I'm not. I'll be here.
You want to come to wherever I'm going?
Hopefully doing sets at the Cellar. If I don't have anything, yeah.
I know
if I don't have any sets.
I know you're far away from home.
Where are you?
I don't. Sometimes I go to my sister's, but we're not in a great place, so I'm thinking about not going. And she gets mad at me even if I go over there, just because I'm not. I don't know. She just gets mad at me all the time. It's awful.
Hard to believe.
Now, Nick Griffin, who was kind enough to join us today, not only is he kind enough to join us today, he's also very kind that he continues when we need him to make the picks. And he's been doing really well. It's really nice. I email him and he just emails them right back, which is really, really sweet because he is a hard man to get in touch with sometimes. He's not a good texter, but he's going to be in Kansas. So how far away is Shawnee from where you grew up?
3 miles.
So you go Maryland's. Oh, that's my mother's old next door neighbor. Yeah, I love her too. So do you have a lot of friends coming to that show? Like,
Yeah, it's going to be mostly friends. Yeah. I mean, I hopefully will get other people, but it'll be mostly friends.
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So Nick will be on November 18th, the day before Cammy's birthday. He will be in the Aztec Theater in Shawnee, Kansas. Is that like your hometown club or something?
No, there's comedy clubs, but I just wanted to take a theater and do one night and see how many people I could get.
What does it hold?
It's like 250. It's just a small.
That's fantastic. You deserve that so much. I'm so happy for you. Yeah, I just realized now it's a theater. It's not just a regular comedy club. You need this. That'll be great. You know you'll be able to sell that place out. That'll be fantastic. What day of the week is that?
That's a Friday night.
Oh, perfect. That's going to be so much fun.
Friday
I wish I
night.
could go. I wish I could go. I really do. That sounds like a lot of fun. You're so terrific. You're such a great comic. December 1st and 3rd, he's going to be in Ohio, apparently 3 hours away from Marcy. The Funny Stop for the weekend there, the first weekend of December, which is always a fun time. And then December 6th and 11th, he goes to Vegas and has a great time at the Comedy Cellar here, but in Vegas, the actual Comedy Cellar with Mark Coco Cohen. So super fun for Nick. Mike is going to be at the Levity Live in Nyack on next Sunday. This Sunday. This Sunday, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I will be at Yankee Stadium on Saturday. You can come see me at what is it? The Jug Bowl, the quarter. What we said was so stupid.
Yeah, make sure you dress warm. It's going to be chilly.
Yeah, you're not. No, Aunt Judy, he will not be anywhere on your birthday. So your birthday must be on a Monday or something, December 7th. Aunt Judy was born December 7th. We always remember it because that is Pearl Harbor Day. So it was always very easy to remember Aunt Judy's birthday.
She's a Sagittarius.
Mike, before we leave, did we have pictures that people sent or something?
No, I didn't get anything. I checked the email, but I did find this.
Oh yeah, see? Isn't that the best? That show was so fucking awesome because there's nothing better than a talking cat. Nothing. And I need to have a show where I just have talking animals all the time. Venus Boys 3, he's in Vegas December 6th through the 11th. Yeah, 6th through the 11th, Venus Boys 3. Nick will be in Vegas. And Cammie says she'll be in another hurricane. Of course. Well, that's our show for today. I hope everybody has a terrific week. I hope you had a good week this week. I hope everybody goes out to vote. Polls are closing in 2 hours here in New York City, but there's probably plenty of time where you live. So make sure you rock the vote. Most important to, even if you don't like anybody, to at least vote, because then we can't have a conversation with you. I can't talk to people that say they're not voting. I know, even if you vote for the bet, you have to vote, because then we can have the conversation. Am I right, Nick? Am I right, Mike?
Yeah.
Those people that just say, I didn't like anybody, so I didn't vote. I'm like, well, I can't talk to you.
And the best way to solve that is just say you voted, even if you didn't, which is something I like.
Exactly. You might as well just say you did. Exactly. Right. So
what do you what's the payoff at saying you didn't vote? I mean, there's no silly.
I have no idea. I don't know. Thank you, Liza. Thank you so much for joining us today. Marcy. Oh, Marcy, they're closed in Kentucky. God, Kentucky sucks. Marcy, you're the best person to ever come out of Kentucky. So that's a good thing. Other than that, my uncle sucks and everybody else, his whole fucking family from Godfather 2. Yes, email us if you have some pictures you want us to see, so we use it for next time, and we'll definitely be back next time, probably this way virtually, even though Mike is in town. There sounds like there's too much risk going on with what's going on down at the Cellar this particular week, but hopefully by December we'll reschedule Dino. We'll have a good time. Everything will be great. You'll love it. So that is the story for today. Thank you so much for joining us, Nick. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. And
thanks for having me. I love both you and Mike, and it's always fun.
Yeah. Okay, that is our show for today. The Comedy Cellar Nightly Show. We'll see you next week, everybody.